Good morning, everybody. It's been a crazy, crazy morning. Um, oh, crazy, crazy morning. This lesson is so perfect. Lesson 135 says, if I defend myself, I am attacked. And that's kind of what's been going on in my world this morning. Someone attacked me. I defended myself. And yeah, I got really caught in it. So, and then my computer crashed and I couldn't get in. So, anyway, thank you all for being here. I love you. Let's go forth with this lesson. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh my God. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive her, I forgive myself. This is a day of forgiveness. Hi, guys. Oh my God, I love you. I got really triggered this morning. Hoo-wee. And then my computer crashed. Imagine that. Okay. Thank you for the love. I could really use it. Oof. Okay. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Mm. I had this little Korean sugi master once say to me, some days you get the bear and some days the bear gets you. And I definitely feel like the bear got me this morning. So I'm surrendering, the bear being my ego. I'm surrendering, I'm forgiving myself. I'm forgiving myself as the projection of this person. Whew. Did not see it coming, did not expect it. Oh, yes, I am still human. Oof. Okay, lesson 135. Here's what's so crazy. If I defend myself, I am attacked. Who would defend himself unless he thought he were attacked, that the attack were real, and that his own defense could save himself? And herein lies the folly of defense. It gives illusions full reality and then attempts to handle them as real. It adds illusions to illusions, thus making correction doubtfully difficult, doubly difficult. And it is this you do when you attempt to plan the future, activate the past, or organize the present as you wish. You operate from the belief that you must protect yourself from what is happening, because it must contain what threatens you. A sense of threat is an acknowledgement of an inherent weakness, a belief that there is danger which has power to call on you to make appropriate defense. The world is based on this insane belief, and all its structures, all its thoughts and doubts, its penalties and heavy armaments, its legal definitions and its codes, its ethics and its leadership and its gods, all serve but to persevere, all serve but to preserve its sense of threat. For no one walks the world in armature, but must have terror striking at his heart. Oh my God, that's so true. I'm going to say that again because that's so powerful. No one walks the world in armature, but for having terror striking at his heart. Defense is frightening. It stems from fear, increasing fear as each defense is made. You think it offers safety, yet it speaks of fear made real and terror justified. Is it not strange that you do not pause to ask as you elaborate your plan and make your armor thicker and your locks more tight, what you defend, and how, and against what? Let us consider first what you defend. It must be something that is very weak and easily assaulted. It must be something made easy prey, unable to protect itself and needing your defense. What but the body has such frailty that constant care and watchful deep concern are needful to protect its life, its little life? What but the body falters and must fail to serve the Son of God as worthy host? Yet it is not the body that can fear, nor be a thing of fear. It has no need but those which you assign to it. It needs no complicated structures of defense, no health-inducing medicine, no care and no concern at all. Defend its life or give it gifts to make it beautiful or walls to make it safe. But you say your home is open to the thief of time, corruptible and crumbling. So unsafe it must be guarded with your very life. Is not this picture fearful? Can you be at peace with such a concept of your home? Yet what endowed the body with the right to serve you, thus accept your own belief? It is your mind which gave the body all the function that you see in it, and set its value far beyond a little pile of dust and water. Who would make defense of something that he recognized as this? The body is in no need of defense. The body is in need of no defense. This cannot be too often emphasized. It will be strong and healthy if the mind does not abuse it by assigning it roles that it cannot fulfill, to purposes beyond its scope, and to exalted aims which it cannot accomplish. Such attempts, ridiculous yet deeply cherished, are the source for the many mad attacks you made upon it, for it seems to fail your hopes, your needs, your values, and your dreams. The self that needs protection is not real. The body, valueless and hardly worth the last defense, need merely be perceived as quite apart from you, and it becomes a healthy, serviceable instrument through which the mind can operate until its usefulness is over. Who would want to keep it when its usefulness is done? Defend the body and you have attacked your mind, for you have seen in it the faults, the weaknesses, the limits, and the lacks from which you think the body must be saved. You will not see the mind as separate from bodily conditions, and you will impose upon the body all the pain that comes from the conception of the mind as limited and fragile, and apart from other minds and separate from its source. These are the thoughts in need of healing. The body will respond with health when they have been corrected and replaced with truth. This is the body's own real defense. Yet this is where you look for its defense. You offer protection from a kind from which it gains no benefit at all, but merely adds to your distress of mind. You do not heal, but merely take away the hope of healing, for you fail to see where hope must lie, if it be meaningful. A healed mind does not plan. It carries out plans that it receives through listening to wisdom that is not its own. It waits until it has been taught what should be done and then proceeds to do it. It does not depend upon itself for anything except its adequacy to fulfill the plans assigned to it. It is secure in certainty that obstacles cannot impede its progress to accomplishment of any goal that serves the greater plan established for the good of everyone. A healed mind is relieved of the belief that it must plan, although it cannot know the outcome which is best, the means by which it is achieved, nor how to recognize the problem that the plan is made to solve. It must misuse the body in its plans until it is recognized this is so. But when it has accepted this as truth, then it is healed and lets the body go. Enslavement of the body to the plans the unhealed mind sets up to save itself must make the body sick. It is not free to be the means of helping a plan which far exceeds its own protection and which needs its surface for a little while. In this capacity is health assured, for everything the mind employs for this will function flawlessly, and with the strength that it has been given, cannot fail. It is perhaps not easy to perceive that self-initiated plans are but defenses, but the purposes, all of them, with the purpose, all of them were made to realize. They are the means by which a frightened mind would undertake its own protection at the cost of truth. This is not difficult to realize in some forms where these self-deceptions take, where the denial of reality is very obvious, yet planning is not often recognized as a defense. The mind engaged in planning for itself is occupied with setting up control of future happenings. It does not think that it will be provided for unless it makes its own provisions. Time becomes a future emphasis to be controlled by learning and experience obtained from past events and previous beliefs. It overlooks the present, for it rests on the idea the past is taught enough to let the mind direct its future course. The mind that plans is thus refusing to allow for change. What it has learned becomes the basis for its future goals. Its past experience directs its choice of what will happen, and it does not see that here and now is everything it needs to guarantee a future quite unlike the past. without a continuity of any old ideas and sick beliefs. Anticipation plays no part at all. The present confidence directs the way. Defenses are the plans you undertake to make against the truth. Their aim is to select what you approve and disregard what you consider incompatible with your beliefs and your reality. Yet what remains is meaningless indeed, for it is your reality that is the threat, which your defenses would attack, obscure, and take apart and crucify. What could you not accept if you but knew that everything that happens, all events, past, present, and to come, are gently planned by one whose only purpose is your good? Perhaps you have misunderstood his plan, for he would never offer pain to you, but your defenses did not let you see his loving blessing shine in every step you took. While you made plans for death, he led you gently to eternal life. Your present trust in him is the defense that promises you a future undisturbed, without a trace of sorrow, and with joy that constantly increases. By this life, as this life becomes a holy instant, set in time, but heeding only immortality. Let no defenses but your present trust direct the future, and this life becomes a meaningful encounter with the truth that only your defenses would conceal. Without defenses, you become a light which heaven gratefully acknowledges to be its own, and it will lead you on in ways appointed for your happiness according to the ancient plan, begun when time was born. Your followers will join their light with yours, and it will be increased until the world is lighted up with joy. And gladly will our brothers lay aside their cumbersome defenses, which availed them nothing and could only terrify. We will anticipate that time today with present confidence, for this is part of what was planned for us. We will be sure that everything we need is given us for our accomplishment of today. We make no plans for how it will be done, but realize that our defenselessness is all that is required for the truth to dawn upon our minds with certainty. For 15 minutes twice today, we rest from senseless planning and from every thought that blocks the truth from entering our minds. Today we will receive instead of plan, that we may give instead of organize. And as we are given truly, we say, if I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong, and I will learn what my defenses hide. Nothing but that. If there are plans to make, you will be told of them. They may not be the plans you thought were needed, nor indeed the answers to the problems that you thought confronted you, but they are answers to another kind of question, which remains unanswered, yet in need of answering until the answer comes to you at last. All your defenses have been aimed at not receiving what you will receive today. And in the light and joy of simple trust, you will but wonder why you ever thought that you must be defended from release. Heaven asks nothing. It is hell that makes extravagant demands for sacrifice. You give up nothing in these times today when, undefended, you present yourself to your Creator as you really are. He has remembered you. Today you will remember Him, for this is Easter time in your salvation, and you shall rise again from what seeming death and hopelessness. Now is the light of hope reborn in you, for now you come without defense to learn the part for your plan with God. What little plans or magic beliefs can still have value when you received your function from the voice for God Himself? Try not to shape this day as you believe would benefit you most, for you cannot conceive of all the happiness that comes to you without your planning. Learn today, and all the world will take this giant stride and celebrate your Easter time with you. Throughout the day, as foolish little things appear to raise defensiveness in you and tempt you to engage in weaving plans, remind yourself that this is a special day for learning and acknowledge it with this. This is my Easter time, and I would keep it holy. I will not defend myself, because the Son of God needs no defense against the reality, against the truth of reality. So lesson 135 says, if I defend myself, I am attacked. All right, I'm going to bring Magdalene through. Thank you all so much for being here. Mm. Greetings, beloveds. When you practice the ability to let go and let God, it is as it is said, what you have done is released yourself from the stronghold that the egoic mind has placed upon you, that you have ultimately placed upon yourself by using your own will. And what you will find that in that letting go, there is indeed nothing to defend. When you think of my beloved, for all that he was accused of, there was never a moment of defense. There was only acceptance, knowing that there was a plan, knowing that there was God in the midst of all that occurred. And if you can allow yourself to follow his example, if you can allow yourself to see yourself as not needing to defend anything, and when something triggers you, when something makes you mad, when something upsets you and hurts you, understand that it is only the ego that is being shaken. And it awakens and it says, I must have my revenge. I must protect myself from this perceived wrong and this wrongdoer. I must hold this grievance. I must shout from the highest rooftops, look at what has been done to me in the eyes of all that is holy. Allow yourself instead today, beloveds, to come to a position of stillness and to know that there is nothing that needs to be defended. There is nothing that needs to be planned. There are no provisions that you need to make. You do not need to store anything. For everything that you need will indeed be provided. You must consider what aspect of mind it is that believes that you can be attacked, that believes that there are things that need to be defended. And allow yourself instead today, beloveds, to come to a position of grace. And within that grace, you come to see that in defending yourself, it comes from a mind that believes in attack. And there is nothing that needs to be defended. For the truth is only that of love. So lay down the weapons of war, beloveds. Lay down all the planning and the plotting and the grieving and the deceiving and all the things that you have done that have allowed you to forget that you are indeed as God created you. And God created you as God. So how could there be anything that you want and anything that you need? Allow the body to function as the body functions. And as you continue to heal and clear your mind of any thoughts that you have had, that this illusion is real for you, you will come to see that in that clarity, there is a field of pure golden light that is God's love. Allow yourself to bathe within that, beloveds, and you will find that the armor will fall, and the walls will fall, and the defenses will fall. And you will see that there is only love, for that is indeed the truth of you and the truth of all beings. So allow yourself today, beloveds, to bathe within this stillness as you find these two precious 15 minutes of time to rest. Rest in the peace of knowing that you and your Creator are one. Rest in the peace of knowing that there is nothing to defend, for there is nothing that can attack. And loosen yourself from the belief system that there was ever anything that could be harmed. For you are as real as you were upon the day of your creation. And all that you are ever meant to do, beloveds, is return to love and return to light, to your divinity and to your holiness, to the spectacular creation that you are. Go with our love, go with our blessings, and when you need, call to us, and we will remind you of the truth of you, beloveds, the truth of you that is the purity of God's light and God's love. Blessings to you today, beloveds, and we will speak with you again. Thank you all so much for your love and for your comments. That was a really long lesson. Aw. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you all soon, and I'll definitely see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.